Good morning internet and welcome back to the channel. Today we're in the little village of Leadhills. This is the little hamlet of Dumfries. And you can see in front of me all these hills going up. That is the Galloway Pass. This is the road that cuts through up to joins the motorway near Crawford. So it's quite a winding hill going up and steep drops off to the side. So let's ride on. Quite an isolated little farmhouse down the bottom there. The clue in the name is because of the lead mining that once went on in this area. Quite a nice little village really, Leadhills. Good morning internet and welcome back to the channel. Today we're in the little village of Leadhills, which is close to Wanlockhead, and they are the two highest villages in Scotland, and in southern Scotland at that. You would think it would be higher up in Scotland, but actually in Scotland these are the two highest villages. This village of Leadhills and Wanlockhead is known as God's treasure house, which became varied minerals found here. There was the lead mining, which I'll show you some spoils as we get further up the road, and also you can pan for gold in Wanlockhead, all rich in minerals dating back to the 1700s or something like that. It's actually situated at 1,295 feet above sea level, and it's the village itself has remained unchanged in 200 years. I'll just show you a bit of information on the map. And if I just pan around, you can actually see some of the miners' cottages in the village. And there's also across the road here is the hotel. So this is the Hope Arms Hotel, highest residential hotel in Scotland. There's another view of the village street, the main street coming through. So let's ride on, and we'll get up the road and show you a little bit more. Here we are at Leadhills railway station. This is what was the station house. This is where the narrow gauge railway runs. It's usually open at weekends. I'm not sure about the weekday times, whether there's any call for it, but maybe because we're still coming out of COVID, they're not up and running yet. I'll walk along the lines. Looking at the actual railway lines, I don't think they've had a train running on here for a while. They're all rusty. Here we've got the old signal box. So yeah, this would have been used commercially years ago, when they got the lead out the mines, and they would have transported the lead by rail, but previous to that would have been horse-drawn. I'll show you in Wanlockhead a different system where they actually had a ginny, where they used to use horses that walked around in a circle to haul the little wagons out of the mine. And there's also a beam engine there that used to pump the water out of the mines. So this is all I can show you of the railway, so let's ride on. taking a shortcut through the village. I've never actually been in the village before, so I don't know whether there's an information point about, or cemetery, Swimmington Memorial, curfew bell. So this is Leadhills village. There's one thing you can be certain, you would probably need 4x4 in winter time so that you don't get snowed in. I don't think we can get all the way round. I thought it might have been a dead end, but it's hard to believe it'd be the highest place when you think further up you've got Aberdeen and the mountains of Aviemore. But this part of Scotland apparently is the highest part in Scotland. A lot of this would have been the mining area and entrances into the mine when they were mining for lead all those years ago. These are actually some of the spoil heaps, and you see the little buildings just beyond, all part of the lead mining at one time. The spoil heaps are all around this area, everywhere you look, and the narrow gauge railway I showed you, that runs from the village there all the way along and went along to all the mining areas. Oof. So that's the visit to the mining museum. I've just had a coffee. So that is the main entrance, but no admission to the mine until later in July.
Are you ready? Yeah.
Nice little bike parked next to mine, this little Triumph here. quite good. We've got some open access to the old mine area. So, some quite industrious past that went on here. So you can imagine all the people who lived in the local villages of Wanlockhead and Leadhills. They would all be employed here, going down the mines, mining for lead. But there's also gold in Wanlockhead, and you can get a licence. I don't know what it is now. It used to be about £25 a year to buy the licence, and you just go panning for it in the local streams round and about Wanlockhead. You usually come across fragments of gold, although there was a case some years ago of a Canadian gentleman over here, and he found quite a large nugget of gold. But I think in general you just get the small bits, but they can accumulate. Won't make you a millionaire, but it's what some people do as a hobby in the pastime. One building there being demolished, it must have been unsafe. Take a little run down the road at the bottom there. Looks like there could be more of the cottages that the miners used to live in. Directly ahead of me now, and you can see there the cottages. Because they would have been miners' cottages. Church on the left hand side here, little church with the cemetery. Maybe the local cemetery. I think the actual church is up in the village. But there again, all these would have been, you know, miners' cottages. that lived in these.
Of our paths, feelings part our ways, keeping us close but estranged now. Dreams holding us closer, meadows of our youth, 107 days, but recalling it backwards. Our dreams holding us closer. So clear. Ooh, we can see so clear. Blue, and you are shades of gray. Living day to day, even when we're free. It's true, the difference is the same. The colors always change.
The beam engine at Wanlockhead dates back to the 1700s. And what it would do, it would add a bucket at one end which was filled with water from the stream, filling the bucket and then raising the water from Straight Steps mine, and it would work on the ratio of something like 7,000 litres of water per hour, and when the full bucket came up was then emptied back into the adjacent stream, which carried on for 24 hours, no maintenance required, and therefore keeping the mine free of water. The horse journey was a system where there were ponies or horses that walked around the circle in a harness, and in the middle was a pole, and as they walked round the pole would turn, and then ropes would actually pull the little wagons out from the mine loaded with the lead, and that was how the horse journey was used. hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed making that one, visiting Leadhills and Wanlockhead. If you like the video, please give me the big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.